Stephen, many congratulations, a brilliant win, a brilliant start to 2025. Just sum up your emotions for us after that.
If you'd have seen me 10, 15 minutes ago, I wouldn't have been able to speak. I was just overwhelmed with tears. To come into this tournament last year at world number 25 and now I'm world number 5, it's a pinch me moment, to be honest. But it shows that the hard work behind the scenes is paying off. And yeah, I've got a whole day now to recover, recuperate and make sure that the best version of me turns up tomorrow, because I'm going to need it.
Peter never gave up there, even when you were 4-2 up. Did you always feel in control and comfortable up there?
Yeah, 4-0 up, I felt really comfortable, really in control. Kept thinking to myself, just one more set. And then he started fighting back, and listen, I know how good Peter Wright is. He's my son's favourite player for a reason. And that was also in the back of my mind, so and I knew I needed to put him to the sword, but yeah, he was so hard to shake off, and the emotion of the whole event, to be honest, got on top of me. But thankfully I was able to find a way to get over the line.
And your combination finishing was outstanding tonight. How important is that going to be if you're going to go all the way here?
Yeah, no, massive. And obviously in the Masters, when I won the Masters, the combination finish was pivotal to me going to win that title. So yeah, I know I need that combination finishing. I know it's there in the locker, but like I said, tonight I was just a bit nervous. I'm just so happy to get over the line, and obviously whether I play Littler or Aspinall, it's going to be a dangerous game, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm here to fight for the title, and yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow night now.
You mentioned there Luke or Nathan in the semi-finals. Any preference in terms of an opponent?
Yeah, none of them, to be honest. Can we find someone else? No, like I said, target stable mates, really good friends of mine, both of them. But when you get on that hockey tomorrow, you want to knock 10 bells out of each other. I want to win this title more than anyone in the world, and like I said, I'm going to work hard. I'm going to go to bed early tonight and make sure that I wake up tomorrow and I'm ready for this fight.
And you made the semi-finals back here in 2021, but do you feel this is a very different version of Stephen Bunting?
Well, it's a very different version of Ali Pally, isn't it? There was no fans when I was last in the semi-final, so yeah, like I said, it's a massive achievement for me being back in the semi-finals, and it's one I want to relish. I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow, whether it be Luke or whether it be Nathan. It's going to be difficult, but I need to make sure that I'm the best version of myself, like I said, and it's going to be a cracking game no matter who I play. But I'm really looking forward to that game, and like I said, rest is key now. Thank you.
Stephen, congratulations. What a feeling that must be. I know on the stage you were a little bit overwhelmed. How are you feeling now, sort of 10 or 15 minutes later? Yeah,
obviously 4-0 up. I had the game in the palm of my hands, didn't I? And yeah, for whatever reason, I tightened up a bit. Obviously, Peter started getting back into it, and then the fans turned. And I was maybe expecting that in the back of my mind, but it's not a nice place to be when they're all shouting Peter Wright. And I can understand how the other players have felt when it's been Bunting mental all week. So hopefully the Bunting mental army turns up on tomorrow night, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game. Like I said, nice relax tonight, and make sure I'm ready for tomorrow.
You're long enough in the tooth to know that the crowd, it's nothing against you, is it? They want to just see a bit of a match on their hands. In terms of the little push that he gave you, and the fact he did start biting back a little bit there, Peter, how does that transcend into your game? Because you don't want to, obviously it'd be nice for you just to win 5-0 and breeze through and have no stress, but actually you'll probably be grateful for having had a little bit of a bite back, won't you?
Yeah, no, and obviously you learn something about yourself as well, because when he was coming back, the emotion and the feeling inside, it wasn't a good feeling, to be fair. I need to make sure that I bottle that up, I bite my lip and make sure that I'm ready for the fight. Like I said, I was fully expecting him to fight back, but yeah, I sort of went off the boil and let him in, and I can't afford to do that against Luke or Nathan tomorrow. I need to make sure that, like I said, I'm the best version of me, and yeah, keep my foot on the head, so to say.
Do you think that having had that big stage experience, obviously having won a World Championship before and the Masters earlier on this year and all that kind of stuff, do you think that actually helps you in the later stages of big tournaments noticeably now, as opposed to 2021 or even years before that? Yeah,
no, I think so. I think it's a combination of stuff. I think obviously the hypnotherapy behind the scenes, the family I've got behind me, the management, the supporters, everything is key. To be fair, everything's got to be in place for me to make sure that I play my best. And when them things are in place, and when I'm in a happy place and I'm on the hockey and I've got a smile on my face, everyone knows I'm dangerous. And yeah, the hard work's been done. Obviously practicing with Luke Humphries coming into this tournament, and I've left no stone unturned. But I've still got 2 massive games to play, hopefully. And I'll be fully focused on the next one. People are still talking about Premier League, and that is at the back of my mind again. Listen, I couldn't care less until this tournament's over, and then if you tell me I'm in, I'll be jumping cartwheels and hoops. But up until then, it's fully focused on winning this title, and I know what I need to do. But the stars are aligning, and hopefully, yeah, like I said, I've just got to make sure that I turn up tomorrow and I'm the best version of me.
For our listeners, I should just say that you're glancing over at the screen here between Luke Littler and Nathan Aspinall. I know you've said no preference, you'd rather have neither of them, but you know you've seen enough of both of them, haven't you, to know what you're up against? Yeah,
like I said before, they're both really good friends as well, both part of the target stable, and each one poses difficulties, but it is what it is, isn't it? I'm going to play one of them. I need to make sure that I'm the best version of me, and they can't live with that, hopefully. So, yeah, listen, whoever wins, congratulations, and they'll be thinking exactly the same. They'll have their eyes on the prize, and it's the same as everyone. There's only 4 players left after tonight, and everyone can win it.
Stephen, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Stephen, congratulations. At 4-0, obviously you said about taking your foot off the gas. When did you realise that, hang on a minute, I need to find this again? Because it can be hard to reignite once you've taken your foot off.
Yeah, no, as soon as you come off, it's so difficult to then get back on, and obviously the crowd turned, and I thought to myself, hang on a minute, I need to nip this in the bud as quick as I can. I knew how dangerous obviously Peter was. Maybe he's been under the weather the last few weeks or whatever it is, but I made sure that I was ready for the proper version of Peter Wright tonight. And I maybe didn't expect to be 4-0 up, but yeah, for whatever reason I just relaxed a bit too much, and yeah, I needed to kick back in, and I was able to do that, thankfully. And like I said, I got over the line, and I can look forward to the rest of the tournament now.
You touched on your career high ranking of number 5 now. If you win tomorrow, you go into the top 4. How does it feel to be part of the elite now? Because I remember you saying that beforehand you always like, I want to challenge the elite, I want to get to them. Now you're in there. How does that feel?
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Obviously, little old me, Stephen Bunting, well number 25 last year. No one gave me a hope in hell chance, and like I said, I've worked really hard behind the scenes. I've been on the circuit now for a lot of years. I'm long in the tooth, like you said, and yeah, I've put the hours in, I've put the preparation in behind the scenes, and I've worked really hard to get where I am. So I'm super proud of everything that I've achieved so far in my career. If I finished playing darts tomorrow, I'd be a really happy man at what I've achieved, but I still believe there's a lot more years to come. I believe there's a lot more titles to come, but I need to really dig deep now and work really hard.
You spoke about that friendship you and Luke Humphries have got practicing together pre-tournament, and will do in the new season as well. Will you drop him a message before tomorrow just to get some advice from him?
Maybe not tomorrow, but when he was checking out the hotel the other day, he gave me a hug and he said he'd love me to take the title. So that means a lot to me, coming from a player like him and a really good friend as well. And it was an absolute honour, to be honest, to be able to practice with him. And we was locked away, and we did 3 or 4 sessions, and it was amazing. It really did get us both in shape for the tournament. Unfortunately for Luke, it just didn't happen. But thankfully for me, it's really helped, and like I said, I'm still in the tournament and I can win it. Thank you.
Stephen, congrats on the win. You talked a little bit about sort of the crowd turning towards Peter Wright at one point there. That's probably a position you've not been in very often over the last couple of years, with the amazing support that you've had. Describe what it's like being in that position.
The start of the and obviously Peter Wright's interview the other day, and he said he's more popular than me and stuff, and you try and stay away from the sort of social media side of it, but obviously you're going to hear noise every now and again, and yeah, I knew how popular I've become. I know the fan base is absolutely incredible, and listen, I thank each and every one of them for the first 4 sets. They were fantastic. obviously no one wants to see a 5-0, they want to see a close game, and they started turning and getting on for Peter Wright. But listen, I appreciate them all. Thankfully I got over the line. I might have been a bit more upset if I'd have lost that game, and you wouldn't have seen me for a few months, I think. But no, I'm so happy to get over the line, and listen, I'm sure the Bunting army will be back out in force tomorrow.
And how big is tomorrow in the context of your career? Everything you've achieved so far, where does it rank in terms of importance?
It's massive. Listen, it's all about the present, innit? And what I'm doing, and yeah, it's the biggest game of my career, to be honest. I'm going to say that because yeah, this can really elevate you to a different level. Darts is in the public eye now all the time. Obviously Luke Little has took us to another level, and listen, I'm in the semi-final of the biggest tournament in the world, and I don't want to get too emotional because I definitely won't sleep tonight, but I need to make sure I wind my neck in, make sure I'm 100% focused on tomorrow's game now, and that's all I'm looking forward to. Thank you.
Stephen, well done on the win on that stage. When you came into the tournament last year, there was a lot of hype and you were hugely popular then, and then you lost to Michael van Gerwen in the last 16 straight sets with the poor performance. But what's the difference between sort of then and you this year? Because the pressure, you just seem to be getting better and better every game, if anything.
Yeah, listen, people don't realise, but your season's talked about with what happens in the Worlds, and obviously we work hard all year, but everyone talks about what happens after the Worlds. So all that preparation, I had 2 fantastic first 2 games last year. Everyone was then talking about, oh, he's playing brilliant, he's then got Michael, and then for whatever reason I got on stage and it just didn't happen. I was so disappointed, but if you let events like that get you down, then the season I've had wouldn't have been nowhere near as successful. So even now I'll take 1,000,000 positives out of what's happened so far, and then going forward next year I've got a lot to build on, but I've had a fantastic year last year, and hopefully I can have another fantastic year this year. And I'm nearly 40, so yeah, I'm getting a bit tired, to be honest. My manager's going on holiday in a few weeks, and yeah, I wish I could have a holiday.
Every match that you've played this tournament so far, you've entered as the favourite to come through that. If you face Luke, you will, I would say, not be the favourite in that match. Has that changed the mindset?
It doesn't change the mindset, but I would say it takes a lot of pressure off. And obviously you can see in some of the games that Luke's played, there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's a massive favourite to win the whole title, so he's expected to win. Whereas last year he was coming in and he maybe weren't expected to win but have a really good run, so that adds a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But listen, Luke's been absolutely fantastic these last few years. He's took to, I thought he would have struggled with some of the big venues that we play in, and he's took to it like a duck to water. Won the Premier League, absolutely fantastic player. And like I said, if I'm going to play Luke, I need to be at the best game that I can possibly bring, and push him all the way, and hopefully go on to win this title.
Well done tonight, Stephen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats, Stephen.
Thank you.
You mentioned practicing with Luke Humphries regularly, but I think you mentioned earlier in the week you were planning on getting some practicing with Littler as well. Did that come to fruition?
No, he didn't ring me. No, I think Luke is obviously set in his own ways. His dad did speak to me about practice and stuff, but yeah, for one thing or another, it just didn't happen. I'm sure we'll practice in the coming future, but yeah, it just didn't happen leading up to this. But like I said, I've got a lot of respect for his family, for everything he's done for our sport. He's elevated it to another level, and yeah, if it is Luke I play tomorrow, I'll be 100% ready, or if it's Nathan, I'll be 100% ready. I need to make sure that whoever I play, like I said, I've got to turn up and make sure that I'm the best version of myself.
You're obviously playing some of the best darts of your career, but you have been in this position before back in 2021, but it were a completely different landscape there. Obviously, you've got the Bunting army behind you this time. Can you take any positives from that experience, or is it just a completely different landscape for yourself now?
Yeah, I still think I can take positives from, obviously I've been in a semi-final before. It's not an unnatural place. It was a tough game against Gezi, and yeah, I felt like I was in control of that match. I think it was 3 sets to 1 up, and for whatever reason it just didn't go my way. But listen, it's not for lack of trying. I'll make sure that, like I said, I'll turn up tomorrow I'll be the best version of myself. And listen, if I play my best game, then whoever I play has got difficulties.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Michael Van Gerwen told us he only used 10% of his strength to secure an easy win.
10%?
Yeah, to secure an easy win. He told us. And we would like to know how many percent of, do you think you used to beat Peter Wright?
9. No, listen, I always give 100%, so sometimes you can give 110% and it doesn't work. So for me, I always try and give my best. If he's won playing 10%, then we're all in trouble, aren't we? But if I believe that nonsense, then I might as well not turn up. I might as well let him go on and win. Listen, like I said, we're in the semi-finals of the biggest tournament in the world, and we're all capable of winning this tournament. Each one's got qualities that is capable to raise our game as well. So long may that continue. Hopefully it's 2 brilliant semi-finals, a brilliant final, and everyone's talking about this World Championships, but there's a long way to go. There's still another game here to go, and yeah, hopefully whoever I play, I turn up and I'm the best version of myself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.